Welcome everyone to Nashville Ford Arena. We've got game 2 between Team Minnesota and the Junior Bruins Rose. We're assuming that this is just a select group of girls from the Bruins. Bruins have 2 teams here. This is our second game of the day, and we'll see how the girls react.
Yeah, so Junior Bruins Rose coming off of a win over the Western Elite team this morning, I believe 4-2, if I remember correctly. Team Minnesota, of course, coming off of a big 8-2 win over the Bruins Elite. So both teams with 1 win here coming in, hoping to stretch that to 2 wins on either side. And as I look here, it looks like we're waiting on refs. So the girls are ready to go. Everybody else is ready to go. We don't have referees, so this might be just a moment before we get underway. I apologize, I understand in the first game, audio might have been a little bit suspect. Hopefully we've got that fixed. Anybody watching at home, give me a thumbs up if you can, or let us know how the audio sounds as we go through this. So again, making a couple of changes here on the fly. We've got a device sitting in a car in a parking lot in Minneapolis that Big Mike's Hockey is normally produced from. So we've had to scratch and claw our way through this, but with Mike's technical expertise and
a roll of duct tape, we're here.
Duct tape. Well, duct tape really fixes everything, Mike. So girls take 1 quick hot lap around, and we'll get underway. We've got refs now, so life's looking up. Things are looking up here for Team Minnesota right away. Team Minnesota back in their purple jerseys. I think we got the rest of the jerseys distributed properly, so Kayla's in her Team Minnesota jersey now. Nice. We don't have a skater wearing the big goalie cut, setting sail on the ice, so excited for that. We'll get underway. We've got refs now. So apologize. There again, just testing out technology. So it looks like we'll get the maybe a few line change-ups here. Oh, we even had matching socks for this game, Mike. I think we had a few mishaps there earlier as well, so everybody's all matchy-matchy now.
I'm a little nervous about this, Mark. That girls play better when the jerseys are inside out and mismatched in socks.
The inside-out practice jerseys, mismatched socks, they tend to bode well for us. But all right, so puck's down. Bruins win the initial face-off, but Minnesota's able to pick that up. Bruins into the zone quickly. Brings it wide, she'll get a shot. That's a little bit wide. Bruins still with it. Bruins coming out starting fast. A little faster than we saw in the first game, Mike. So the Bruins Rose team here on that puck quickly, trying to clear that. Kayla's there for it. She'll block that down. Minnesota picks it up. Looking to get something started here. Strong forecheck here by Boston early here to keep that puck in the Minnesota zone. Not allowing for much opportunity. Bruins will tag up as they dump that puck in. Lex Van Straten there to pick that one up. Looking for some options. She'll move that up while the Bruins get a change. Bruins there have to pull up before going in offsides. Bruins continuing on a fast forward check there. Ill-advised pass across the ice. Bruins break that up. She's bodied off. They'll still pick up that loose puck. Minnesota's able to get the puck out of the zone. Mike, looking kind of like how we started in the first game. Just a little bit slow to start, but found our feet, got things going. Of course, our girls on a short rest here after their first game. Hopefully everybody got some good lunch, some good rest, and ready to go here. So we'll see if we can get our legs going and get things back. So Minnesota collects that deep in the Minnesota zone. They'll look to break that out. Tried to break up by the Boston player there. You know, I wonder, Mike, Boston might have gotten some notes from the elite team on how to combat the Minnesota team, and it looks like that strong forecheck is one thing that they might have picked up some notes on.
Exactly. Put a little pressure on the puck, see if our girls can handle it. They're doing a nice job.
So turnover by Minnesota, turn back over by Boston. Minnesota looking to get some of those stretch passes through Boston track. Some big girls on that Boston side. Team Minnesota will pick that up deep. Looking for options. Moving that up the wall. Boston on it. Strong 2 forecheck. Just a bit wide. Minnesota will collect that. Still looking to get a good breakout going here. Just out of reach of the Minnesota player. Boston will pinch in, keep that in the zone. Still in the zone. Try to play high off, still in the zone. Just can't quite get control of that puck. Boston will come away with that, get a bad angle shot. Kayla's going to glove that down. Take a little breather. I think Kayla recognized that maybe we got to slow things down, get a fresh change.
Well, we just need to stop chasing and start dictating the pace. got caught. Fresh line change is always welcome.
Yep, so we got a face-off inside the Minnesota zone. One back to Boston. Caleb blockers that away. Grace Lager on it, looking for options, doesn't see it. She'll send that back in the Minnesota zone. Let Katya Sanders. I think Katya's given defense a try here in this game. After scoring a couple goals in the morning session. Just out of reach. Boston's there to pick that up in the neutral zone. Alexa there to stick that off. Trying to find that loose puck. Boston will come away with it. Tries to skate to the middle. Loses control. Minnesota with it. Boston again strong on the forecheck there to not allow anything to form there. Here comes Ellie with it up to Grace Lager. Grace into the Boston zone. Nice backhand back behind the net. Just over skates a loose puck there in the slot. Nice opportunity for Minnesota. Alexa on that, pinching to keep that puck in the Boston zone. Skating in, she'll get a shot. That'll go just wide. Boston now trying to clear back out of their zone. Minnesota looking to get something going, trying to get some forechecking similar to Boston's pressure to start this game. We're at 11:40 here in the first period. Boston will break that out. It's a nice force overturn there in the neutral zone. Alexa will play that up, just out of reach. Alexa with it again. She'll send that puck back out of the zone while she goes for a change. Boston playing a little back and forth in their zone. They'll skate it up. They've got an opportunity for me. The player in the slot we didn't pick up, but thankfully defense there to keep that puck outside. Awkward shot. Kayla's there for it. Mishandled there back into the slot. Minnesota right now just looking to kind of collect that puck and get it back out of zone, and Boston continues to find some opportunities here. So puck played in, 3-on-1 with Boston coming in here. Minnesota will get that. She's bodied off. Minnesota will pick that up. Tries to play it up. The Boston player's there to pick that up. Tries the wraparound. Minnesota player there to get her stick on it. Not allow Kayla to see much there. Nice outlet pass. See if Minnesota can pick up some speed here and get an opportunity. Tries to cut back to the middle. The Boston player's there to stop that. She's got support. She's tripped up. No call. We'll get a shot outside. Boston comes away with that. Minnesota there to body her off the puck and try and force that puck back deep into the Boston zone. Boston's going to elect to try and ice it. That should be just wide of the net. That'll be an icing. We should get a whistle. We'll get that whistle. Face off back in the Boston zone. Well,
Tell
Mike,
you what, Mark, it's a good way to start out.
Yeah, for Boston.
Yes.
A little more pressure by Boston right away. We'll try and hopefully settle things down here a little bit and see if we can get some more shots. Nice zone time. Big shot from the point. That one's low. Big rebound off the goalie's stick. Boston will come over with that. Makes a big weak side pass. Boston coming in, looking for an opportunity. She looks to the middle. Nothing's there. Minnesota's there to block that aside. Minnesota battling for it behind Kayla here, behind her net. Trying to come away with it. Just out of reach again. Boston will pick that loose puck up. Trying to skate that into the slot. Puck loose. Minnesota gets that one. Looking for an outlet. She'll go up the strong side into traffic. Boston will pick that up. Back into the Minnesota zone. Out again to the weak side. Nice play there by the defenseman to see the open player and get that puck out of the zone. He's struggling to get much real solid pressure here in the zone. So Boston with a nice outlet pass. Kind of like we saw this morning. Minnesota there to clog up the middle and make sure Boston can't get any good quality chances through the middle. Break those plays up and force that puck back outside or out of the zone. So we got a loose puck here. Boston sends that back deep. Minnesota there to pick it up. See if we can get something going on this rush now. Unfortunately, just played just out of reach there. But we'll pick that up. June Semling with it. She'll send that puck deep. She's looking to make a change. Boston trying to take advantage of the changing Minnesota squad. She'll skate that in. She skates that wide. Forced wide by Minnesota. Not much of an opportunity. Scrum along the walls to see who comes away with it. Minnesota does, but puck loose. Boston will pick that up. Katya back again on defense. She'll pick that up. Trying to get something going here still. Boston wins that battle at the blue line. She'll skate that in, and we're going to get a tripping call here.
All right, Mark, first penalty of the game.
First PK. I think a little unfortunate there to have tripped her up, but she saw a Boston player going to the net. I think it's a play you got to make, right? Try and play her off the puck. Unfortunately, got the stick in her feet.
Yeah.
So we'll get a.
It's been a great game so far. A lot of speed.
Yep.
Nice and physical.
Yep.
And
so
this
Minnesota
will really test everybody.
Clear that down. We'll go to work here on the penalty kill. See what Boston brings. We'll see if Minnesota can kill this off. I think we killed off all the penalties this morning, so hope to keep that streak going. Nice play there at the blue line just to disrupt that Boston effort, and Minnesota gets a chance to clear that back down. Boston will send that up. That puck's loose. Katya's on it quickly. A little bit of miscommunication there by the Minnesota players, but we'll get two converging on that. Another battle against the wall. Loose puck, played back. Boston now with it, trying to get something set up on this power play. Nice pass right to the Minnesota player. She'll send that back down. Minnesota will go for a change. We'll get fresh killers on the ice. Nashville looking for options, not there. She'll choose to skate it in herself. Bring that deep and try and get something set up. Feeds that back to the point. Minnesota stick there to break that up. Nice job to just disrupt any opportunity Boston might have. We'll send that puck wide. Loose in the feet, back to the point. She'll send that on. Puck played low. Alexa Van Straten comes away with it, looks to clear. Unfortunately, hits up a Minnesota player. Can't quite get it all the way down, but we'll clear the zone nonetheless. A lot of neutral ice back and forth here. Now Boston looking to just chip it in deep. Minnesota with it. They'll clear the zone again. 28 seconds left on the power play for Boston. Boston here looking for another opportunity. She's tripped up. No call on that. Call that coincidental contact. Not much on that shot from the point. Again, broken up. Minnesota players doing a really nice job, Mike, of recognizing those shots and getting on those players right away.
Yeah, we just need
Minnesota trying to create something here on the shorthanded rush. Boston's goalie will block her that aside. Minnesota's full strength. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Boston with it coming in. Bad angle shot. That'll go wide. Boston there to collect that loose puck. But Minnesota there to meet her and take that away. Really keeping the slot clear here. So Minnesota's going to send that down. We'll have an icing call. So we'll take a quick break.
Yeah.
5:55 already left here in the first, Mike. So quick moving first period. A lot of back and forth. Some good opportunities for both teams early.
The Bruins are doing a great job kind of controlling the neutral zone. Minnesota just needs to break it through to get some zone time. But you're right, the ice is tilted in the Bruins' favor.
Yep, kind of similar to what I think we saw this morning, Mike, right? So we left that first period 0-0. Bruins found the scoreboard first and the second, but Minnesota kind of settled things down, got it going. So Minnesota looks to clear. They'll try and spring June free. She'll get interfered with into the zone. Minnesota trying to get something going here. June still with it. Puck into the corner. Boston on it. They'll get that loose puck free. They'll come away with it. Boston player sends it right into the hands of the Minnesota player. She'll try and turn that aside and into the zone. Boston will pick that up. And Boston comes in. We have a bit of a collision on the Minnesota side. Puck's still loose. Played nicely in front, but out of the reach of Boston. Minnesota will come away with that. They'll clear the zone. June with it now. She'll try and send that puck deep. Play stays on sides. Boston back, 1-on-2. I don't like her chances in a 1-on-2 versus Minnesota, but that's okay. Kayla's going to settle that one down. We'll get another face-off. I think, Mike, a few of the players on the Minnesota side moving around. Like you said, we got Katya back playing defense, so maybe some girls just trying to feel out their lines and feel what we get. So hopefully that'll settle down. Play to the point. Big shot blocked by a Boston player, thankfully. Did not quite make its way to the net. Back to the point again. She'll play that outside the zone. Boston will have to regroup. She's going to turn that back in. Big, strong player there on the Boston D. Does a nice job of protecting that puck and trying to make something happen. Boston trying to wrap around, trying to make something happen here. Puck loose in front. Boston will win that race. Out of the zone again. Boston will have to tag up. Ooh, that was that doesn't look good from up here. But Kayla there to play it, and looks like Minnesota will send that down and we'll have an icing. I think now it's Minnesota playing a little bit frustrated, and
let's see if these girls can collect themselves, just get it together. Bruins definitely dictating the pace.
Early on in the game still, so we'll try and settle things down. Minnesota will come away with that face-off, played deep in the zone. Boston on it quickly again. Again, that strong forecheck of Boston is right there. Tries to skate it in front, taken away by Katya. Katya moved that outside to Ellie. Ellie over to Grace Lager. Grace with it, entering the Boston zone. Tries to stick handle that past the Boston player. She'll intercept that and play it back to center ice for Boston. Grace back quick on the back check. Grace again with it. Nicely played off the boards after being tangled up by a Boston player. Grace still with it. She'll try and play that deep. Boston there to say no thank you. Boston tangled up through the neutral zone. Keeps that puck on sides. Nice play by Boston there to make sure the puck stays in the zone. Minnesota will chip that back out. Boston will have to regroup. Boston now with it. They'll send it deep into the zone. Katya Sanders there to pick that pass up. Looking for options up ice. She'll try and send that out. Not quite making it. Boston maintains possession there and keeps that puck in the zone. Katya able to come away with it there. Plays it back out. Boston will have to regroup again. Boston in now with it. Gains possession of the zone. Stratton comes away with that loose puck. She'll play it out. Nice pass there over to Grace. Grace looks like she's going to go off for a change. So Boston with it now deep in their zone, trying to break it out. Minnesota finally getting some possession time here on that forecheck. Unfortunately, her team's changing, so not a lot of options here. Minnesota will have to regroup here while they're making the change. While they're making the change, puck came out of the zone. Nicely played back out of the zone by Boston there. So far, Mike, I'd say this definitely looks like the stronger of the two Boston teams from what we saw this morning.
Well, and different characteristics. They're big, they're strong, and even a little bit faster.
Faster, for sure. Absolutely. So Minnesota with it now. They'll gain the zone, turn it right back over to Boston. They'll play it back out. Alexa there to collect that loose puck. Keep that out. So a lot of kind of hot potato back and forth here in the neutral zone. Nobody quite wants it. Boston will gain the zone. She tries to cut to the center. Kept outside. Nice move there. Nice save by Kayla. Rebound there, but nobody from Boston there to pick that up. Very nice play by Boston there to cut back to the middle and get a nice shot off. Nice scoring attempt for Boston. Unlike the last game, unfortunately, we don't have shots up on the scoreboard, and so far I'd say Boston definitely has the edge on shots, but Minnesota starting to find a couple of chances. Things may be settling down a bit. Loose puck in front. Boston players there. Kayla's out there to make that save. Alexa Van Stratton will take that behind her net, looking for some options. Feeding that up. Minnesota just looking to clear the zone now, spring somebody free. Nice block there. More neutral zone back and forth. Here's Boston with it again through the middle. She's handcuffed a bit, can't quite get the shot off. Had a nice pass attempt in front. Minnesota's there to pick that up. They almost back out of the zone. Boston will intercept that. Minnesota now just looking to clear the puck out of the zone, maybe get one last change for the period. 1 minute left here in the first. Over to the big Boston defender. She's going to choose to skate this one in on her own. She'll bring that low, looking for options, feeds that to the slot. Thankfully, Minnesota stick there to intercept that and avoid any strong shot attempt from Boston. Minnesota's going to try and ice that down, but the ref thankfully gets in the way. I think he'll take exception to that. Or maybe it was a smart play by Minnesota, recognizing what was there for her. 30 seconds left there. Boston looking to just eat the puck in the corner, trying to retire the first period. Back to Minnesota. Nice slap shot there from an odd angle. Goalie plays that aside. Puck kept it's kept in so far by Minnesota. Boston looking to get a handle of it. Still there. They'll clear the zone. Minnesota there to pick that up in the neutral zone though. Chip back in. 15 seconds left now in the first. Trying to get one more scoring opportunity. Minnesota played deep. Bad angle shot. Goalie's going to collect that.
Breaking the action. We've gone a long time, Mark, but very few whistles.
Very few.
Really fast game.
Nice quick shot there by the Minnesota player. I think goalie was there to pick that up, but that's one of those shots you just never know what might happen. So puck loose. Shot on from the point. Loose in front. Ellie with it, trying to get a stick on it, trying to get a shot. Shots off. That should very nice scoring. Nice shot there. 0.7 left here, so we'll get a quick drop and end the period. that'll do it, Mike. Boston does a nice job of tying up the Minnesota players there. We don't get a shot off at the end. So a very quick 15 minutes, Mike.
I mean, seriously, that 15 minutes maybe took 20 to take care of it. Just 2 or 3 stops for the entire period.
Yep, not many whistles. So, I'd say I would guess shots in favor of Boston there, scoring chances in favor of Boston there. Zone time in favor of Boston there, so we need to tip things around here in the second period. I think
we're just lucky it's 0-0.
We are. Minnesota, I think, started to settle down there in the period, but very, very strong forecheck from the Boston or the Bruins Rose team there. So see if we can settle things down, get things going a little bit better in Minnesota's favor here in the second period. Always, Mike, it's always interesting that second game of the day, to see how quickly players can turn around and come right back to the ice, and definitely some fatigue there, I'm sure.
And we'll see how this plays out. Who's going to wear out who as the game goes on.
For sure.
Ref's getting a little extra time now between periods, which is probably very welcome.
So we'll get the whistle. A rousing 1-2-3 Minnesota. Always, I think important to make sure the players are ready, fired up, ready to go.
I will give it. I enjoy the rousing 1-2-3 Minnesota over the rhythmic stick tapping, which that I just don't like that.
Not a fan. Well, 0-0 here. Of course, we are, hat trick's going to get you a gerbil. So hopefully somebody can start to tally a few goals here on the Minnesota side, and we'll see if we can get some new pets put in the homes of Minnesotans.
Yeah. I'm sure there are a lot of gerbils out there for adoption, just needing a good home, and one way is get a hat trick.
So here we go, puck's down. Tied up at center ice. Minnesota will come away with it. Drives that in deep, looking for an opportunity there. Puck fed nicely into the slot, back to the point. Katya Sanders with a hard shot right into the goalie's glove. Nice opportunity there early for Minnesota. So, Katya's obviously got a big, heavy shot. Able to play that back. Want to say hi to Ann and Dean Sander watching back home. I'm sure they love tuning in, watching Katya play hockey.
So, Mark, what information you got about them? What
are
hobbies, likes, dislikes?
Yeah, so a little bit about Anne. I understand Anne likes big fan of pastels and painting with pastels. She did try sort of a heavier color phase, but went right back to pastels. And Dean really enjoys making artwork out of autumn-colored leaves. So a very artsy family, and I think Katya maybe has inherited a little bit of that artsy gene, but she definitely has the hockey gene. So that definitely runs in the family as well.
Well, welcome.
So, thanks for tuning in, Ann and Dean, to the program. Katya with it now behind the net. Tries to stick handle away. Boston's there to pick that up. Boston now with possession, trying to keep it in. They'll feed it back to their point. They'll try and get a shot off. Not quite there. Minnesota comes away with it. Have numbers if they can get something going. Unfortunately, just played out of the reach of the forward there, and we'll have an icing. So we'll bring play back down into the Minnesota zone once again. Quick play there. Could have been a nice opportunity for Minnesota. Just unfortunately, just a touch out of reach. And there too, Mike. I think when you have these select teams or these teams that these girls don't play together a lot. Sometimes those passes are just a little bit off. Things that you might be used to with other teammates. These ones might be a little bit different. We just don't know how they're going to react to some of those passes. So Minnesota will come away with this. Tries to gain the zone. She goes wide, able to gain the zone. Nobody there. She'll skate this in, get a shot right off the goalie's helmet. That'll send a message to the goalie. Her head's ringing. Let's get more shots. Minnesota still with it, down deep in the Boston zone. Back to the point. Alexa with it. She'll get a shot on it. It's in a goal!
And the goal.
Mike Van Stratton, you might have yourself a gerbil. 2 more to go.
I'm in trouble.
Nice play there for Minnesota. So, kind of like we saw this morning, took a little bit of time to get things going, but as we started the second period, moved into the third period, Minnesota just kind of took over. So we'll hope the same holds true here for the second game against the Bruins team. Very nice, nice assist, nice shot from Alexa there, and recognized she had the open lane and maybe a little bit of a screen in the goalie and gets a shot on net. So Minnesota now with it, back into the zone again. Boston will intercept that, take that away. Coming down, she's got some speed. 2-on-1 forming if right into Kayla. She's got that. She wasn't quite sure, but sure enough, there was the glove. See there again, Mike.
Hot potato.
Hot potato. So, those dirty looks you gave me last night for throwing stuff at Kayla.
The whoop-how?
Okay,
Okay,
you understand that. You saw how quickly she moves that glove.
Yeah, well, I mean, at lunch, though, it was the jalapeno poppers you guys were throwing, and that those get a little messy, Mark.
Yep. Those who know me know that, jalapeno poppers we throw, if it were cream cheese wonton, those do not get thrown. More on that later. So, Minnesota will dump this in. Looks like that, nope, icing waved off.
Nice work.
So good hustle there by Team Minnesota to get to that puck and negate the icing. Big shot from the point. That'll be just a bit wide, but Katiana quickly. She'll get the puck off. That's a bit wide. Minnesota there to collect that loose puck again. Boston tries to clear it. Not quite there, but they'll collect that. They will. Tied up by the Minnesota player in the neutral zone. Sent right back down. Grace Lager with it now skating in. She'll fake the shot. Pick up that loose puck. That might have been the fake that wasn't supposed to be a fake.
That's the one you've been working on the basement and the front yard for a long time.
Ryan Lager, kudos that those hand exercises you have the kids doing, they're working out. Nice fake by Grace there. All right, so played back up by Boston. Katya there to break that up. Katya, one of our big, strong players. She'll break up that play. Minnesota now coming down with it. 2-on-2. Tries to take it wide. She'll play it in deep and quickly on it. Boston's able to stick that aside, but Minnesota there to collect that loose puck. Played back again into the point. Goalie gets a stick on that, and right into Katya's stick. Blocked by Boston. Katya again with it. Down low off the pipe. Minnesota still controlling puck in the Boston zone, so we're starting to see maybe the ice is tilted a little bit this way. Boston controlled this zone at this end of the ice in the first period.
Right.
Minnesota with the edge here in the second period. Katya Sander back to play it. She'll play it up just off the stick of the Minnesota forward. Boston will try and send that back. Not quite there. Minnesota with it now in the Boston zone. Loose puck comes away. Minnesota with it. Played in deep. Minnesota still with it now, looking for an option. But the defenseman coming in
nice
hard.
deep.
Just couldn't get a quality shot off there. Boston with the stick to interrupt that. Boston will come back now 2-on-2. Sticked off of her, poked off of her stick. Minnesota plays that loosely back in the zone. Minnesota now breaking out. We got a 3-on-2 forming. She'll drop past that. Minnesota will skate that in deep. Puck loose in the slot. Sticked out of the zone by Boston. Boston with some speed now. She'll try and get there. Bodies Minnesota off of it. Minnesota now looking for a breakout, trying to get this out of the zone. Softly played over to a partner and kept in by Boston. Now out. Boston will have to regroup. Boston able to play that high up. We'll have a high sticking. So with that, we'll have a face-off now back deep in the Boston zone.
Mark, great game. I mean, these
really is.
They've got a lot of skill on the Boston side. This is why we come to these things, to let our girls get pushed, see how resilient they are, and they're giving both teams just throwing punches left and right.
Yeah, for sure. Both some big girls, big strong girls on both sides. So a great hockey game so far. 10:21 left here in the period. Played back to the point. Can't quite get full lumber on that. Minnesota will control it. Boston comes away with that loose puck. Minnesota still battling. Minnesota played back to their point. Alexa going for her second of the game. Unfortunately blocked by Boston. That's why we work on blocking shots. Creates an opportunity. She'll come back. She'll get a clappy on that. That'll be just wide. Loose puck there. Minnesota comes away with it. Trying to gain the zone. She'll skate by one defender. She's hauled down. And we'll have a call. So, we'll see Minnesota's power play now.
First opportunity for Minnesota to put together, see if we can apply some more pressure.
There again, Mike, I think a situation where, can't really call that a bad penalty.
Right.
Minnesota coming in with speed, 2-on-1 forming, and, she didn't have much options but to take her down. So, we'll take a look here at the Minnesota power play. 9:52 left in the second. Minnesota leading 1-0. Boston will win that face-off. Played back deep. She'll turn that to the corner. Minnesota on that quickly with a forecheck. She's bodied off. But we're able to hold the zone. Turn back deep. Minnesota trying to get something here. A little bit of a half splits there. Puck still loose in the Boston zone. Back to the corner. Played back to the D. She'll try and get a shot off. Blocked again by Boston. Puck loose. Minnesota comes away with that one. looking for options. Kind of dangerous, no look pass there, but Minnesota holds the zone. Boston now with it. She'll skate it around. They're looking for an opportunity to get that clear or skate it out. So she'll skate this up with speed. I see why. She's got some horses.
Yeah.
She skates it in, gets an awkward shot. Minnesota gets a stick on that. Not much mustard on that one. Minnesota now looking to break this back out, trying to get something set up on the power play. Just trying to skate through traffic there. Minnesota maybe now needing a change. They'll come over with it. So puck played off to the weak side. Coming in one-on-one. See if she can make something happen. She gets by one. Unfortunately sticked off of that. She gets the shot off, but the goalie's there at an awkward angle. Boston playing it back into the neutral zone. Minnesota trying to get a change, and I think we'll get an offsides here, unfortunately. That was a close one. Unfortunate, you get a wing on this side. I think that's Gerdes trying to skate that puck in. Minnesota will go one for a change there, and that'll be offside. So 43 seconds left here in the power play. Boston will initially win that. Well, they'll come away with it, turn it back over to Minnesota. Gerdes with it now again. Coming in wide, looking for an out. She finds that weak side pass. Nice play there. Just unfortunately can't quite get that shot off quickly enough. Boston there with a stick to interrupt that shot. Boston now will clear it. They'll send it all the way down on net. Kayla will play that up. She likes these plays, Mike. This is where she really hopes to go down and score, and maybe she finds a stat sheet for an assist. Minnesota will play that up now. Boston turns that back aside. Played back in by Boston will get the clear. Sent all the way down. 4 seconds left on the man advantage. Katya Sander back to play this one. Katya with it. She'll play it up. Boston will come back full strength now. So we got 5-on-5 hockey. Little neutral zone back and forth. Minnesota with it. Boston with it. Minnesota with it. Minnesota still with it. Katya Sander will come over with that. She's looking for options. Boston in with another nice stick on that to interrupt that breakout pass. So Katya with it again behind the net. She'll make the pass cross ice. That was Minnesota. Ellie Stewart there. She tried a little dipsy-do. She had the dipsy. The do wasn't there. Boston will pick that up, play it back outside. Katya with it again, looking for options. This is our ice cougar line here on the ice. Katya will send that in just out of reach. Ellie, that'll be an icing. And we'll send it back down the ice for another face-off inside the Boston zone. 7:06 left here in the second. Definitely a kind of slower pace, slower moving second period. We got a Boston goalie change.
Oh.
So Boston carrying two goalies on the bench, electing to go with a 50-50 goalie split. So we'll see what this goalie brings. I think the goalie started the game, did a nice job of collecting those pucks, but we'll see what this one brings. So Minnesota plays it up. They'll play it into the Boston zone. Trying to gain possession. They'll turn it back over to Boston. Bruins with it behind their net, looking for a breakout, trying to get something. She'll lose that into the neutral zone. Boston will pick that up. They'll skate it in, see if they can get something going. Another drop pass there. These girls love that drop pass, I tell you, Mike. So Minnesota with it now coming in 1-on-2. She's waiting for numbers. Very heads-up play there to recognize that she just doesn't have numbers with her and slow things down and wait for reinforcements. So Minnesota will gain the zone. Played now back behind the net. Turned over to Boston. Minnesota with it again. Kind of a little back and forth there. Boston will come away with that one. Played off the skates of the Minnesota player. She'll send that back in. Not much of a forecheck there from Team Minnesota on that, but nonetheless, so Boston will send that down. Not sure if it'll make it. We will. We'll have an icing. We'll get some fresh legs from Minnesota. Not sure if they were tired there or what was going on, Mike, but kind of an awkward play there with the puck in the zone.
There wasn't a lot of jump to grab it.
Not much of a forecheck.
Those are the 50-50 pucks that Minnesota needs to win.
Absolutely.
Just get in there, try to get another goal.
All right, Minnesota will come away with this. Back to Alexa Van Stratton on the point. She'll send it across Katya, her D partner. Katya will send it in. Loose in front. Nice shot on net there. So face off inside the Boston zone. Minnesota will win that back. Katya with it. She'll try and send it back in deep. Played back out. Alexa Van Stratton back to play that. She'll send that wide. Try to spring a Minnesota player loose here. Played back in the neutral zone. Boston will come away with that. They'll gain the Minnesota zone. Another no-look drop pass. Again, these kids love that one. Alexa wisely plays that up. Minnesota in with it now. June Semling trying to cut to the back of the middle. She gets a shot off. Nice scoring opportunity there for Minnesota. That was a very, very strong play by June to skate through a couple of Boston defenders and still get that shot off. Minnesota still with it now down deep, really testing out this new goalie. Alexa sends that back into the zone. Misplayed by Boston. Nice shot in front. Her glove is there. Dad must throw appetizers at her also. And so we'll get another face-off here, slow things down.
Just a little over 5 minutes left in the second period.
So we're face-off here back inside the Boston zone. Boston will come away with that. Plays it out. Minnesota there to interrupt that. Gerd is there on it. She's quick on the puck. Ellie Stewart's there to try and play it. Bodied off it. Bodied off again. Definitely some physicality here, Mike. Boston comes with that loose puck. She'll skate it in. She's forced wide. Tries to cut back to the middle. It's not there. She'll skate around the net. Ooh, nicely played in front. Back to the defender. Shot on. Kayla's there for that one. Played back into the corner. Back to the point again. Big shot there from that defender. That'll be blocked wide. Boston still with it. Minnesota just trying to pick that up and clear the zone, and they do. Played out of the zone. Gene Semling now with it. Sorry, not Semling. That's the Bull. Cowan, how could I not know that? She's bodied off the puck. El Toro is taken down. Grace Lager now with it, trying to skate through traffic. Ellie there to try and play it. Back to the point. Shot from the point. Ooh, just wide. Nice shot from the point there. Kept in the zone by the team Minnesota. Boston now just scrambling, trying to get rid of it. They'll play it back out. Back to the D. Minnesota trying to do too much. Boston will force that turnover. El Toro back strong on that back check to break that play up. Very nice play by the Bull. Minnesota now looking to clear, and they do. Back out in the neutral zone. Boston will collect that. Bodied off that. Still in the neutral zone. Still looking to get possession. Stick nicely off there by Minnesota, not allowing Boston to really create any opportunity there. But Boston will hold the zone. She comes away with it. Not able to get a shot off there. Again, great back check effort by Minnesota to prevent any real strong scoring opportunities for Boston. 3:22 left here to play in the second period. Scrum along the boards. Minnesota will come away with that. Weak side pass. Minnesota now trying to get something going. Ellie Stewart in with it. She'll take it wide. Looks. Quick shot. Loose in the middle. Big rebound there. Ellie with the wraparound. Not quite there. Doors closed. Ellie still with it. Plays it back to Katya. Katya steps up. Sticked off, but loose awkwardly. Minnesota still with it. Nice flurry of shots there from Minnesota. A couple really good scoring opportunities. Boston will come away with it. Boston gains the zone. Move back to the middle. Quick shot off, but Minnesota there to block that. Now back up with it comes Minnesota. Played off the player's skate. Minnesota gains the zone. Didn't quite have the puck on her stick there, unfortunately. Just misplayed a touch. So Boston now comes back. Katya Sanders with a nice stick to stick that off and prevent a solid pass there from the Bruins. Some strong back and forth here, Mike. So Minnesota will play this back into the Boston zone. 2:20 left in the second period. Minnesota comes with that loose puck in front. Loose. Boston able to clear. Katya Sanders now back to play this one. A couple of Boston players looking to make a change. Minnesota trying to take advantage. She'll send that up. Played out. Boston still with it. They'll need to tag up. They do. Katya Sanders again with it. Looking for that outlet pass. They're going to make something happen. Intercepted by Boston. Minnesota back to play it again. Now Boston with their first real zone time that we've seen in a little bit, Mike.
Right.
Katya plays that high off the glass. Unfortunately, that drops. Boston picks that up. Oh, what a full punch to the face there. And we're going to play. And she comes back with some retaliation. I think we're going to call that one. A little bit of physicality there down in the Minnesota zone.
Well, with 134 left, we'll see if we can at least
I
some
don't, not sure what's going on here, Mike. So
double.
It looked like he was going to send them both, but we got just the Boston penalty on the board.
Oh, okay. He comes back, pulls her in.
No, we're going to send that. So I think we'll have 5-on-5, coincidental minors. trying to figure out exactly what's happening here. So I think I heard 5 on 4. If my hearing's as good as my vision is, you probably have that right.
Which no one knows, right?
So I'm not sure, so 5 on 4. I think Boston's getting the extra there. So we'll have coincidental minors on the 2 players and Boston getting the extra or not. Looks like Minnesota. Well, I'm thoroughly confused.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to shut up until we figure this out.
Let's just pause for station identification and allow ourselves to let the refs sort it out.
Well, Mike, while we have this break, why don't we thank one of our sponsors of the broadcast here? So, new to the program, Mike, do you have a pet at home? Do you have a pet dog?
I do.
Well, I'll tell you what,
dog.
A dog can do more than just help out around the house and be a good companion.
You're right.
A dog also makes a fantastic pet butler. So check out the pet butler. Great for parties, gatherings. Get your dog set up with a pet butler and allow him to serve delicious food, drinks, appetizers, what have you. It's got to be a pretty obedient dog, though. I know I've got bulldogs, Mike, and I don't see that going well. I think they'd eat just about anything in sight. So thank you for joining the broadcast of Pet Butler.
Much appreciated.
Available at most Menards and Dollar Generals. So Minnesota with it here. Minnesota the man advantage. So Boston got the extra 2 minutes on that one. We'll play 5 on 4 to finish this, potentially to finish the second period here. Just under a minute left, 1:20 left on the penalty. Minnesota controls that, back to the point. We'll see if we can get just unfortunately, can't quite get a stick on that. Good opportunity for Minnesota. Played back, shot on. Goalie's going to go ahead and collect that. We'll get another face-off here inside the zone. Minnesota's going to make a change. Sending a new forward line out. Looks like the Cougar forward line. So it's Ellie Stewart, El Toro, the Bull, Addie Cowan, and Lager. Hello to the Cowan family watching from beautiful sunny Florida. Played back to the point. Alexa with it. Shot on. Puck's loose. Ref's on it.
We're getting closer, Mark.
That was close. Actually, it was close to
You
get a little nervous there, Mike?
I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie.
Now, Kayla, like one of her summer coaches who has a couple of pet pigs, Kayla thinks a hat trick should get a pet pig. So we did let Kayla know that as a goalie, if she managed to get a hat trick, she gets a pet pig. I think the odds are in my favor on that. I think that feels like a safe bet, but I've been wrong once before. All right, another face-off here. Boston will come over with that. Boston with it deep in the zone, trying to just eat up the clock. 24 seconds left here. They'll clear it. Boston in strong on that forecheck. Alexa back to play it. Alexa picks that up. Being harassed by the Boston player. Ellie with it. She'll send it forward to Grace. Grace on it. Unfortunately, just can't quite get control of it. She loses that 10 seconds left. Ellie Stewart with it. She's trying to make it through. She's hooked. Boston will come in with that loose puck. And that should just about do it here for the second period.
All right. Second period's in the bookworks. I would, just play evened out, maybe even tilted more towards our Team Minnesota side, which is nice.
So I'd say definitely more scoring opportunities for Minnesota there. Some really strong chances at the end. Both goalies making some big saves there in the second period. And we'll stay here 1-0 at the start of the third.
The fun part is Scott Cowan's not here. His wife's here.
Correct.
And, Scott's from Faribault, Minnesota.
Faribault, yeah.
Yeah, and in his high school years, he had this little band. And,
Scott was quite the musical talent back in Faribault. So we want to share with our viewers at home. We were able to find one of Scott's music videos.
This is back from homecoming.
Enjoy. We're trying.
All right.
Maybe.
We're trying real hard.
Maybe.
And, all right, we'll get that back later to you. I can't believe that's not working.
We'll try again later. Apologies. I know the Cowan family was excited to revisit that Scott's pre-homecoming.
It was 99 cents. I get copping it, washing it. About to go and get some compliments. Passing up on those moccasins. Someone else has been walking in by me.
All right. We'll work on that.
Hey, we tried. Scott, I apologize. I know homecoming 1993 in Faribault was a treat for everybody, and you had a great time and a lot of memories made. So
one of the best times of his
we'll
life.
do our best to get that video going
And we are having a little bit of feed issues where the signal's not that strong inside this building. The first game worked out pretty well. This game, it may be kind of glitching in and out, but you know what we'll do? We will upload the full version later tonight so that you can watch it again at your leisure.
So while we have a quick break here, I want to say hello to a couple more grandparents watching back home. So Julia Gertis's grandparents, Tim and Diane Pearson, watching in beautiful Tremont, Minnesota. Mike, a little bit about Tim and Diane. Mike, do you remember Micro Machines?
Yes.
Yeah, Tim has one of the world's largest collections of Micro Machines. He was especially fond of the airplane models. And Diane Pearson, she has a fabulous collection of carved squirrels.
Go figure.
Yeah. Go figure. Pretty good, Mike. And also John and Mary Gertis watching back in Andover, Minnesota. John has won 3 world competitions for eating hot peppers.
Whoa. Like how hot are we talking?
I'm sorry. I failed, Mike. I don't have that information.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can get that.
We'll try and find it. We'll see what we can do. Mary Gertis, of course, highly regarded in the northern suburbs for her fantastic penmanship. Excellent handwriter.
That's a lost art.
It really is. So, a bit of a back and forth here to start the third. Puck moving around. Katya Sanders with it. She's trying to spring Grace loose. Grace back into the zone. She'll try and find that weak side pass, broken up by Boston in the neutral zone. Boston tries to enter the zone now. They will. A couple of quick shots here. We're busy saying hi to grandparents. We had a couple of quick shots there by Boston, but thankfully Kayla there, standing tall of the task. The Bull mishandles it there just a bit. Grace in with it. Love the side. Goalie just missed that one. Back in deep into the corner. Good scrum along the boards. Minnesota come away with that. Over to Katya. Katya through traffic, right in the breadbasket. Goalie's going to pick that one up. So the penalties expired. We're back to full strength on both sides. The coincidentals have expired, so those players will come out of the sin bin. They're ready to play again. See if they can, maybe they had a nice chat in between periods. Maybe they made up, decided to get along. Minnesota come away with that face-off here in the Boston zone. Puck loose in front. Tries to get a shot off. Boston there with a quick stick to prevent any real strong opportunity for Minnesota. Played back deep into the corner. Boston come away with that loose puck, trying to mount an attack on their end. Comes in with speed. Pulls up. Nice job by Minnesota there to break up any real strong opportunity. Played softly back to the neutral zone. Boston will pick that up. They look to send that in and do. Boston now with it. Turn back over to Minnesota. Again, kind of like earlier, Mike, it's kind of a, I don't want it, you take it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Just need to establish some zone time.
Pass just a bit off there for Boston, but Lexa look to play that up. Unfortunately, into the skates of a Boston player. They'll send that in deep. Boston's going to go for a change. Minnesota comes around the net with it, looking for options, with Boston coming in strong on the forecheck, just out of reach. I don't think that's going to make it for icing. Minnesota will take advantage of that opportunity to change. Boston was really trying hard to wait that out, see if they get an icing. I don't think the ref was buying it. Played back in by Minnesota. Boston will come over with that loose puck now. Minnesota with it now. A lot of back and forth. Minnesota picks up that loose puck. Scherf's going to send that deep into the zone. Minnesota in on the forecheck. Loose puck played in the corner. Trying to get a handle of it. She's bodied off of it. Minnesota comes in there. Strong forecheck. Comes away with it. See if we can get a shot off here. Tripped up. Sent over to Katya on the point. Katya looking for a shot. Boston there to prevent that. Boston a nice job of forming the wall of Bruin there, Mike, and didn't give Katya much of a look there to get a quality shot off. Played back to the point now. Boston plays stuck. We got a goal!
Hard fought. Nothing is coming easy.
Nice play there, back to the point, Mike. We had a couple good opportunities for Team Minnesota forming there, a couple good shots from the point, and that's our second goal by a Minnesota defense woman. Just feeding that puck back to the point, put him on net. So that just an assist probably from the defenseman. I think that did catch a stick in front, but there you go. Once again, Mike, no real bad shots there from the point. Put it on net, see if we can get a deflection, and Minnesota finds the back of the net with a 2-0 lead here with 11:50 left in the third period.
This game is just, again, it's bounces. It's so tight, so evenly matched.
Very close game. I know Kayla would love to earn a shutout, but a lot of hockey left here to play. Boston able to control that in the zone. They'll send it on net. Kayla sticks that back. Minnesota trying to pick up that loose puck, trying to play it out. Just kind of bouncing back and forth here. Kayla's going to quiet that down. Let her defender pick that up, try and play it out. Just a little short, but we'll escape the zone here. Minnesota now with it, trying to gain control, gain possession. Played back. Boston bodies her off. They'll pick up that loose puck. You know, just so much back and forth here, Mike. Alexa with a really nice job to get in there and break up that play. She's taken down. She'll pop right back up, get back to her position. Boston holds out the blue line. They're going to go for a change. Minnesota looking to break this out with the new forwards from Boston streaking in fast. Minnesota comes away with it. Just unfortunately sticked away, not quite with the mustard they needed to get it out of the zone. So picked up in the neutral zone by Boston. No gain Minnesota zone. Back to the point. Quick shot on. Kayla's there for it.
Nice job.
Played off her shoulder. She says,
a good time.
Yeah, you know what? I'd like to get a whistle, please. So heads up play by Kayla there to harness that rebound back in. We'll get a face-off inside the Minnesota zone. One quickly back to the point. Can't quite get a shot on that. That's that big defenseman, Mike.
Exactly.
I don't know if I want to see her full shot if she gets a hold of it.
Be
Played
thankful
in.
she has not been able to unleash.
We'll get an icing here.
Oh,
So we'll get the icing whistle. Grace wanted that. You know, Boston kind of pulled up a little bit on that. They weren't really going after that puck, but icing's called nonetheless. We'll get the face-off once again back in the Minnesota zone. 10:30 left here to play in the game. Oh, here we go. Puck's loose. Minnesota wins that face-off. Back to the point.
oh,
A little bit of a tip there. Nice block by Minnesota, preventing that shot from getting all the way to the net. Minnesota bodies Boston off of it. They'll come away with it. Looking for options. Taken away by Boston. Minnesota back to pick up that loose puck. Oh, looked like she was looking in front of the net. I got a little nervous there. Wisely plays it back behind the net, but Boston comes away with that loose puck. Stick back deep again by Boston. Kati with it. She'll play it up. Minnesota now coming down the ice. Gains the zone. Tries to play around the Boston defender. She's big. She's smelly. She picks that up. Boston now with it off the turnover. They'll skate back down the ice. Looks for that weak side
nice
pass.
pass.
They connect on it. Not much there. Shots wide. Kayla's going to let that one go. Played up along the wall. Got a bit of a scrum. See who comes away with this one. Minnesota will send that back, but Boston will pick that up. Kayla there to pick up that one. Control that, not give up any rebound. Another face-off in the Minnesota zone. We'd eaten up about a minute of clock there.
they're making it interesting, Mark.
We're trying to. So 9.5 left to play. Boston wins that back to the point again. Kayla will block her that down. Rebound picked up by Boston. They'll shoot it wide. Ooh, played dangerously into the slot.
Wait.
Minnesota able to get a stick on that, thankfully, and play that aside. Grace with a big block. She'll come away with it. Grace coming in wide. See if she can cut back. She's hooked off of it. No call on that. Okay. Deep breaths.
Serenity now. One more.
So, Mike, I learned a new joke. Dalai Lama walks into the pizza shop. What's he order?
But you got me.
He says to the pizza maker, "Make me one with everything."
Oh, jeez. Mark, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that.
All right, into the skates of the Minnesota player. Boston tries to come away with that. They'll pick it up in the neutral zone. She skates it in, goes wide. Kayla says no thank you. Kayla there with another good save.
Bruins have really mounted the pressure the past 3 minutes.
They have.
Minnesota needs to answer. A lot of time left in this game.
So another face-off in the Minnesota zone. Boston wins that one. Unfortunately for them, flip back out of the zone. They'll have to come back in the neutral zone and regroup. Minnesota picks that up. Minnesota in all alone, looking for reinforcements. She'll skate that deep, try and center it. Boston there to pick that up. Sent back aside. Minnesota there to pick up the loose puck. Once again, tries to center it in front. She can't quite get it on her stick. Minnesota trying to create something here. Well, Boston entering a bit of desperation mode, realizing they got to score soon if they want to make a game of it. Minnesota will send that up. They'll gain the zone. Quick shot just wide. Boston will attempt to pick up that loose puck. Minnesota in nicely on the forecheck to break that up. They'll come away with the loose puck. Skating back in front. Whew.
Nice save by the goalie on that one.
Dangerous shot there.
Yeah.
Goalie's there to pick that up. Their defense was a little frustrated. The point was open there to send that back, but we'll get a whistle. We'll take that. Just about 8 minutes left here in the third. We'll get a face-off in the Bruins zone. Boston will play that, but move back to Minnesota. Back to Katya on the point. Nicely sent low to the net. Just couldn't quite get a stick on that. Katya over quickly to pick that puck up. She's pressured. She'll send that in. Minnesota will gain the zone. Skated wide. Trying to look for an option in front of the net. Trying to set something up. Puck played in front. Boston there to get a quick stick on that and send that back aside. Boston will pick up that loose puck. They'll skate it back down. She'll chip that off the boards and try and gain possession. Boston in hard on it. Minnesota wins that race to that loose puck. You know, half for Mike Big, you got to win those races to loose pucks. And that's one thing I think all game. Minnesota's done a really nice job of any loose puck, making sure they win those races.
You know, and Kayla, once again, a nice position. Something that may have mounted to something crazy that she was able to shut down.
Yeah, the loose puck just kind of bounced in front. Yep. Boston was able to get a stick on that and kind of came in a little bit awkwardly. Deflected there. Kayla there again to make that save. Nice scoring attempt by Boston to just send that puck on the net and try and get a deflection, but Kayla's right there. So Minnesota with it now. June Semling trying to win this race. She'll try and body the Boston player, tie her up. Give an opportunity for Minnesota. Boston wins that race to the loose puck. They'll send it back to the neutral zone, trying to work it deep. Katya there to break that up. Stick unfortunately got a little bit tied up, and we're going to get a tripping call on Katya, unfortunately. Just unfortunate there, just you know, trying to make a play on the puck, and stick got tied up in the legs. So Boston now will get the man advantage. .6:57 left here in the third. Minnesota will have to kill off a penalty. So Minnesota wins that cleanly back. Defenseman trying to get control and be able to clear that. Unfortunately misplayed. Back to the point for Boston. She'll send that ball. No, they're trying to get something set up here. Puck bounces through the zone. Played back out. Boston will have to regroup. Boston back with it. They're going to try and send it in. That's offsides. Ref got that one. Thank you, sir. I think you heard me.
That direct feed we have.
I had that call.
Yeah.
I had it. I don't know if you had it or not. I had it. So, face-off outside the zone here. 6:30 left in the third. Minnesota nicely played back into the glove of Boston. She'll glove that down. Send it up. Boston in now with it, trying to get someone set up into the slot. Kayla's there for that. She'll send that out. Puck still loose. Boston will win that race. They'll come away with it. Minnesota kind of bunched up together here on the penalty kill. Maybe might need to spread out a little bit. We're chasing a bit, but we'll try and spread that out. Minnesota will come away with that. She tries to clear, and she does. Boston will regroup. Boston now in with it again. Minnesota quickly on that puck to force Boston to slow things down, try and get something set up. Minnesota in on that again. She'll take the Boston player down. No call on that. Minnesota with it. She'll send it down. Couldn't quite get a full clear on that, but we'll get enough to get one player off and change that to offsides. We'll get a whistle.
There we go. Minnesota needs a change. It's nice that they can complete that now.
Timely whistle there, Mike.
Yes.
So 5:46 left in the game. 50 seconds left on the man advantage for the Bruins. Minnesota wins this one. Fortunately, loose puck there picked up by Boston. She tries to stick handle through traffic. Can't quite get it. Minnesota will come over with that. Needs to clear this out of the zone. Grace there to play it. She forces it into the neutral zone. Comes away with it. Strong play there. She walks in, gets a nice shot. Just rising, unfortunately, a bit too much over the net. Minnesota back to the point with it now. They'll send that back deep. Minnesota still on the penalty kill. 25 seconds left on that. Grace battling behind the net. 1-on-3. Eating up the clock. That's okay. Boston tries to send that through, hits a skate. Minnesota play that, unfortunately, a little high and into the Boston bench. That's when we want to just try and keep that low on the ice and get it deep in the zone. But so here we'll get a face-off outside the zone. Minnesota's going to make a partial line change here, get some fresh legs out there.
All right, need one more, Minnesota.
So 14 seconds left here on the penalty kill. Boston will win that back. Minnesota there to interrupt that, break that play up. Still loose in the neutral zone. Boston will come away with that. Still trying to really get any good scoring chances on this power play and get something set up. So played back to the point. Boston sends that in. Players all alone. Taylor's there to make that save. Minnesota with it now behind the net. 4:40 left. Minnesota back at full strength. We'll send this up. Minnesota enters the Boston zone, trying to get something to materialize. Points calling for it. We'll skate that around. Players alone in front. Nice pass back to Katya. Katya gets a shot on. Loose, big rebound. Unfortunately, still loose. Just can't quite get wood on that to put in the back of the net. Another nice scoring opportunity. Another nice shot from the point, Mike. And just as we've seen all game, the defense takes a nice shot on. Puck